You're back with the Australian Formula 4 Championship. With the track conditions much improved, the final race of the weekend was expected to be a much tighter affair.
So this is the decider. One win to Le Brocq, one win to Hart. The fight to turn one. Shea Davies will slot into second. Jacobson next. We're on board with Scott Andrews in the Synergy Spectrum, and he uses all the road and some of the grass. How he didn't end up off the road for good there, I'll never know.
Well, he did his very best to try and do that, Moons, but managed just to hold on to it. Looks like Mathew Hart's going to get a run up the inside of him out of turn 2. But Le Brocq leads the field through turn 3 for the first time, closely followed by Davies and Jacobson.
And that's a 210km/h corner in a Formula 4. Back down to 60 k's for this right-hander at turn 4. Slipstream Central, look at this. Jacobson shimmying, trying to find a way past Shea Davies, but you just don't go outside at turn 1 at Phillip Island.
Well, you can. Whoa. Scotty Andrews has tried to do it. Look what happened. He's out in the grass. Very lucky to hold on to that. So, bit of a frightful moment there for Andrews. On board, let's see what happened. Just a bit wide on turn in, and off he goes.
And remember too that a tailwind down the straight will give you a couple of more kilometres per hour, and that can affect the turn in for turn 1.
Oh, and there he is. Actually a bit of contact, yeah, so very lucky now that we've seen that.
And that was with Macaulay Jones. Back to the front, Le Brocq, Davies, Jacobson. Look at this tow. There are 6 cars in 2 groups of 3. Simon Hodge, brand new car for him this weekend. He had to replace the car that was damaged at Symmons Plains. That accident didn't look too bad, but it certainly was. Have a look at this.
Andrews making it 3 wide into turn 1. That's never going to work. Thankfully, they file down to 2 wide at least. But Hodge, big man on the move. Sam Power now up the inside of Andrews, who looks like he's struggling a bit in this race. We saw him have a great second race in the wetter conditions, but maybe just struggling for a bit of speed in these dry conditions. But back up at the front, Davies having a look up the inside of Jacobson, can't quite slip through. Dave Sirra having a look now. Contact with Power, and around goes Power.
But Le Brocq again managed to slip away, making the battle for minor placings a real dogfight.
This is a good fight. Jacobson in the Sonic Motor Racing team. Run McGall, Mathew Hart driving for the Synergy team. Macaulay Jones with the familiar number 14 that his old man Brad drove in his last few years in V8 supercar racing. He's only a youngster, 17 years of age, and following in the wheel tracks of his dad, and really is in the category where you learn.
That's right. So Macaulay, fresh out from go-karts. This is his first year in national competition. He's doing a great job this weekend. Mathew Hart now trying to go the long way around the outside of Jacobson at turn 1. Final lap, and he's pulled it off. But look at Davies. He's out in the booties. Hopefully he can pull it up before that flag marshal's post, which he can.
For a minute there, I thought he was going to Tasmania. Jack Le Brocq, final turn awaits. The Cam's rising star will pick up his second race win of the weekend. It's been a beautiful drive. He stretched the margin and he will cruise it to the line. Fastest lap of the race, 2 from 3. The round win at round 3 at Phillip Island to the McGall driver.
Not over here, Nudes. Look at Jacobson coming in there. No, he can't.
Hart gets there for second. Not by much, only by 0.04 of a second. Jacobson third. Here's Simon Hodge, P6 in the team BRM. McGall, it's a good fight back. He heads home Scott Andrews, who really was in everything in that race. But Jack Le Brocq picks up the victory, and that's great news for the championship because it puts the Fujitsu Cool Driver program back driver up to the front. He wins from Hart and Jacobson. Rhett Noonan rounds out the top 10. And to the round result from Phillip Island, Le Brocq is on top. Hart and Jacobson round out the podium. Shea Davies 4th from Macaulay Jones, and Sam Power rounds out the 10.
Well, that's the way to win a race, keep out of trouble.
Yeah, that's right. I just got out in front and kept my nose clean. So, yeah, it was quite an enjoyable race, just leading out the front there.
To claim the round as well, how's that?
Yeah, it's great to have a bounce back after Symmons Plains, so we didn't have the best round. So, yeah, to come back with a round win, yeah, more than we can ask for, really. Because
the championship was something you're certainly chasing. This is certainly valuable points for you now.
Yeah, definitely should have the championship lead again now. So, yeah, we're back on the right path.
And that path sees him 4 points clear now of Mathew Hart. Gary Jacobson third, just 6 off the lead. We have got a fight on our hands in the 2012 Formula 4 Championship. Mark Walker presenting the trophies. Jack Le Brocq picks up the victory. And that's great news for the championship, which next races at the Townsville 400 in July, 6 to 8, round 4 of the Australian Formula 4 Championship. Get trackside and check out the action. Thanks to James Moffat and the whole team. We'll see you next time.